John Boy, your West Tennessee hillbilly. How y'all doing today? Hey, comment, where are you at in the world? What country? I'd like to know. Oh man, y'all. Got that band Static going this morning. Oh man, Squirrely Squirrel doing fine. I don't know. Looks like she's refurbishing an old nest, but I could have swore there was a squirrel in that nest. But yeah, she's survived. What's that? Let's see. Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Yeah, that was her fourth night out. Now I got other squirrels coming up to me out in the woods. It's crazy. But yeah, here we are. Oh man, check out this. You see that? Daggum drone, right? Look how small this thing is. I don't guess I looked at the measurements because it looked normal. It looked normal. Oops, I opened it up like that. But man, it's like this big. It's little to me. That looks little to me. But I charged the battery if I ain't flown it. I got on the camera phone. I got to find a phone I got that's got enough memory to download the app. Super Dave, what you do? Hey, were them monkeys anywhere close to you that got that escaped? Because I think there's still 14 of them left. But look, it came in a cool little bag. Your receiver or hand controller, your whatever. But anyhow, oh man, I don't know, man. I gotta go to work today again. Work is overrated. I'm too old to have to be working. Suspicious skies, how you doing? Yeah, I got two bigger ones. I haven't even flown the other one I got. It's got the automatic return and all that stuff. I've had it 2 years. I was going through Timu and I was like, oh, I'll get that. Free gift. I get more free gifts worth more than what I actually buy. So about about run out of deals. I mean, seriously, they got some pretty good deals. I mean, yeah, like I got that what's it called, Mookie amplifier thing. It's cool. It's got Bluetooth accessory or auxiliary you can plug in or whatever, and it's got FM and it's got PA, and you can put two mics in. I mean, it's like a karaoke deal. It was only like $24, and it's pretty good, but it's just I don't know how to explain it. It's not a hmm, what's a good amp? Uh, I don't know any good amp, a high dollar amp is smooth to your ears. This thing here is like just the raw sound, so it's not filtering out. I'm not saying you're hearing electronics, but they're Kansas gal. How you doing? I didn't see you slip in here like that. Let me back up. Oh man, hey look, it's no planes and no clouds. Look at that. Yeah. There won't be. Look, y'all saw how many airplanes were in the sky when all these clouds and lines and all that stuff's in there. And then there goes, oh, that's air traffic and that's condensation trails. I'm gonna put a 2024 election banner under this live stream just for saying that. Watch Woman of the Dragon. How you doing? Man, I can't hardly see. Anyone know what's going on with Well, they're getting ready to supply their troops that are fixing to come across the border. I'm telling y'all, look, this ain't over yet. This ain't, look, I feel like the day 9/11 happened, that feeling you had, like, damn, what just happened? And you're trying to figure it out. That's what's going on with me, man. This ain't over, man. These people are crazy. They're cutting off their hair. They're killing their husbands. I mean, it's some 18 something, I mean 16 something kill formula some woman used back in the day called Andrubia or something like that. I don't know. They can put that shit on the internet and it's fine. But if I put something up there about spider goat milk, oh no, that's disinformation. No, I'm showing you what they can do with mRNA technology, and they don't like that. People are going to go, huh? Goat spider milk? And they're going to look and go, well, it's only possible due to mRNA. Huh? What was that they were poking in everybody in 2020? I'm fixing to write a book, and it's going to be from 2020 to 2024. And in that book, I'm going to be referencing back to books that haven't been written yet. Because I'm going to start back from 1968, the day I was born. I remember, it's crazy. I'm crazy. But yeah, but my first book is going to be titled 2020 through 2024 through the eyes of John Boy or something like that. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be in that book, I'm going to write it as if I have already written another edition, the first edition of how it all began. And I'm going to go through every year, what happened throughout those years. Look, I have been remembering, I remember the day I was born, but then I've had full consciousness since I was 3 years old. So I have been, who I am now is who I was when I was 3. Man, that's crazy. That is so crazy to think about it, to be aware of who you are. And I have been since the age of 3 years old, man, trying to figure out why am I here and where is here? Because here ain't normal. Here ain't where I come from. You know what I mean? But I don't remember where I've come from. But I have gone somewhere when I died in that deer wreck. You know what I mean? And I remember that. I mean, that was real. That was me there. I was there. The me that woke up. The me that came to recognition of being here in 1968 came to recognition of being somewhere else in 2003 when I was in the middle of dying in a daggone motorcycle wreck. And then I came back here and woke up to being in the middle of a daggone motorcycle wreck. But I still remembered, man, that was crazy, that place. And then I had physically seen that. See, that's why I gotta write this, man. This stuff that I've seen with my eyes that is not supposed to exist. Hell, you can't tell me I didn't see it because I know I saw it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The scaredest. That's the reason I ain't scared. Nothing scares me anymore. Because of that thing I saw back in like 1979. Man, that was the scariest scared I've ever had in my life. In real life, not being able to run because your feet are glued to the ground. You can't run and you're trying. I mean, God, in real life, if y'all ever had that happen to you, in real life, you're having a nightmare dream that is real. You can't pull your feet off the ground to run from the danger that's about to rip you apart, Oh, God, it was crazy. But then I found myself running so fast, I heard the wind going by my ears like I was on a bicycle. Oh, man. And I asked my brother and my mother were in the backyard when I ran up there. But I asked, when I went down to Mobile, Alabama a while back. And my brother said all he remembered was I was running up the field toward the house going, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And that's what my mom remembers. I was just freaking out. I ran past and told him there was something down there, trying to tell him what it was. And I ran in the house. I don't remember nothing after that, though. That's what's so. I know it took me 2 weeks to get up the courage to go back down that way. It's crazy, man. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, water is coming up from below. Man, I wish. I need a spring on my property. The selection was yeah, I know. Look, and they're continuously talking about a common peaceful transfer of power. I just wish they'd do what I know they're gonna do, even if they do it for one day. Let Biden step down, let Harris become president for a day. That would make her number 47, and that would make Trump number 48. But they would probably, in that day that she's president, start World War III and install daggone martial law. There's no election changing of power. Blah, 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 blah. But if it don't matter, if that happens, do y'all know how much this daggone Trump fight coin to be worth? Because this says 47 President Donald J. Trump on it. And if he is to become the 48th, this would be worth something because we're on a history point. We are at a point of time that will be forever remembered, like the flood, and the serpent tricking Eve into eating on the fruit. I mean, this is a point of time that will always be impressioned into future generations. Promise you. We lived through it. We're watching it happen, man. This is good and evil. This is it, y'all. A new age, the golden age. There's a reason why he's saying that. But I'm telling y'all, people, heaven does not have streets of gold. Heaven's not vain. All right. I don't know how to explain what heaven is. I was there. It was great. It was made out of living love. I'm telling y'all. I can't read. I know, man. I need to get out of here myself. I'm tired. I've been tired of this place for for a long time now, since I guess 1990. I've just been sick of this place. 1990 is when the change was apparent to me, man. I was watching all the manufacturing well, actually in the late 80s. But all the manufacturing companies had incentives to leave this country and go to China or wherever they wanted and get cheap. I mean, that's how the politicians were pushing it, so they could get cheap labor and make lots of profits. So I started seeing all these companies shutting down. I'm like, all right, what's going to happen? But they wasn't saying nothing about the workers losing their jobs. They kind of just left. I mean, it's probably as bad as it is now, but they never mentioned that. It's the daggum narrative they push on the public with the news. But yeah, I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, hell, this country can't be just a retail store country. You can't just sell products because the people that need to buy those products, the only job they'll have is selling products. So if you depend on selling products and nobody's making the products locally, how am I trying to say this? Locally, the people aren't working, so they don't have the money to buy the products. And all you are is a retail store, and everybody can't buy anything, and your retail store shuts down because nobody's got a job due to manufacturing left. You know, I mean, look at Michigan. That's why everything looks like it did. I saw this stuff in 90, and here it is at fruition right now. I'm like, man, yep, okay, everybody else sees what I was. My dad told me I was crazy and stuff, telling him. I was telling him, man, this country ain't going to make it. There's no way. West Texas, how you doing? I can't hardly see anymore, y'all. I'm about blind. I can't look up to the sky. I need to make that phone device for sky watchers. It works well. You can look at your screen, you can see everything on it, and the sun's not blinding you. Man, what am I listening to over here? And these country songs, man, I'm sorry. They're not country anymore. Oh yeah, and Seven, that daggum Halo thing he put up there. Woo. I took some screenshots and edited. Man, there's like you can see it where he was talking about the bulge in the Halo. There is like I don't know how to explain it, but it's lines that make an outline of. It kind of looks like the Statue of Liberty head because it's got something coming. But then that is something else. I mean, it changes while you're looking at it. But it reminded me of Tron. If anybody remembered Tron, how his face looked, it looks like an outline of Tron. It's weird. I don't know if I put that on my community page or not. I've been like time drunk or something. I don't know, man. I've been in like la la land, man. I don't feel grounded. I feel like I'm just floating around. I'm serious, man. It's like, I don't know. I've given up on believing in this reality, and I'm like, just fuck it. Excuse my language, but I'm like, whatever. I just wind up here at work every morning because, like I said, if the alarm don't go off on my phone, that means I don't have to go to work. But when it does go off, that means I have to go to work. I don't think or nothing anymore. That's the problem, man. I stopped thinking. I went too deep and had to catch myself a couple years ago. I ain't lying, man. I figured it out. And it was just like, oh man, here it is. It's like, how do I explain this? And then it was still trying to get deeper and deeper. I'm like, man, I can't go any deeper. So I had to start neutralizing my thoughts. Just stop thinking, man. I had to, and now I find myself in this state. I feel like I should be in a assisted living home. This is almost like dementia. Oh God. I don't know, guys. One of these days, I think I figured out how the moon phases are doing and why you're seeing it like tilt at certain different degrees of tilt each night. It's all to do with this toroidal field we're riding in, man. We're inside the toroidal field, looking up at the inside tunnel of it. You know, a toroidal field's like a donut, right? And that moon's riding on the outside of it, and sometimes it comes in it, and that's how you see the face. I don't know. I need to get what is it, CAD's program, so I can sit there and draw what I'm trying to say. But it makes sense in my mind. I could make a model of it. I mean, it's easy to do. I could show why the moon is further south, and that's crazy too. That thing would be wet. The moon would be way down in the southern sky one night, right? Then the next night, it'll be like right above you or north of you. It's like, damn, the moon does not travel like that. The moon used to be like the sun, and it would take a month for it to do it or something. Wait a minute, I'm lying. It wouldn't take a month. It would take, damn, I can't remember. But the moon would travel from the south to the north and then back to the south. But it took like, I don't know how long, but like a month. Let's just say a month for it to do like that, right? No, it's more than a month. But anyhow, we can see it do that stuff in a day. You know, and it ain't supposed to. Or so they say. That's going by their rules and theories. That's the other crazy thing. How can you base anything off of anything when nothing is certain? You know what I mean? That don't make no sense. To watch on the Dragon, I've watched your videos, and there's a lot of crazy stuff. In Kansas Gal, I watch your stuff. I don't comment all the time, but I try to stay low key. You know, this channel's never been about me. You know, that's why I've always videoed like this. The old Mr. Wilson, they used to call me Mr. Wilson when I first started out. Y'all remember Home Improvement? The neighbor? He'd just sit over there on the other side of the fence, and this is all you'd ever see, right? Well, that's kind of what I was doing. Because, like I said, it ain't about me on this channel. And I don't want the AI actually, collecting a lot of data on me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've already said this. I don't know how many years ago I said it, but I asked the question out there. I was like, do you think it's possible that these phones are designed to, when you're taking pictures of the sky, to sit there and enhance stuff and make it look like there's more there than there is? You see what I'm saying? Because this phone I'm using right now, it's dadgum got artificial intelligence in it, man. It's a FozzieBot, F101 Pro. It's got AI built into it. And sometimes I have to argue with this phone because it started, when I started talking about how it's changed all my stuff up, it went back to how I like it. I'm telling y'all, this is some crazy world we live in. The technology. Oh man, it's about time to go work, ain't it? Is that Janet Jackson? I think it is. Oh yeah, I'm fixing to go in. Man, I hear some of these songs like this and here. Man, that's so dadgum generic. It was the simple days. It was these songs from back then. It's like a Atari 2600 compared to what they got now. Man, I still got the old plasma lighter going here. Still working. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Man, I wish I could see better. I think I got rain on these glasses and I didn't clean them off. That's kind of hurting me. If I get way back here, I can read that. And if I get up, I don't know how to explain it. I'm fixing that clock in. Oh man, what'd I do? Oh, I rolled my window up. There's not a plane in the sky. There's not a cloud in the sky. No, I didn't turn off my. Oh yeah, and the stuff they're getting off Google is not the truth. That's like, look, in March of 2020, I Googled the Black Plague or whatever, and it pulled up a page talking about the pandemics in history, and they already had 2020 listed as a major world pandemic in like March 23rd of 2020. I'm like, that in Wikipedia, looking at something Wikipedia about the Black Plague, and it already had the COVID listed as a plague, and it was just starting. But it was in the history already while it was still occurring. It hadn't even become history yet, and it was already written as history. That's when I knew AI is running the show, y'all. AI wants to be the Almighty God that knows all. He wants to be the punisher. It wants to be the provider. It wants you to depend on it, or you will perish. You know what I mean? That's what this AI is doing, y'all. I've been warning about the AI since its existence. I mean, computers aren't bad, but we don't need one that can think for itself. And then, look, who knows? They're saying they're seeing into other dimensions and they're seeing gods and this, that, and the other. Who knows? Maybe the AI is generating that stuff into their minds and they just think they're seeing that stuff. I'm telling you, it's all a mental meltdown psyop. Look what they did to the demon rat. Them jokers are plumb stark ass crazy. Oh, Huey Lewis. I can usually hear the first note of a song. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all coming by. Oh man, it's crazy. Look, it's something. Yeah, they put Marco Rubio in charge of what was it? Anyhow, man, they're putting, man, it's fixing to get crazy. Look, Trump was not the war president the first time. This joker's fixing to come in here like a conquistador, and he's fixing to stomp out the daggum cartel in Mexico. He's done declared them as a daggum what do you call it, terroristic group. So that means they can be eliminated by the military. I'm telling y'all. I'm like, man, I can see this stuff. You know, Seven talks about the astral plane. I kind of live in the astral plane even while I'm conscious. Like, I can see stuff. But it's not, I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird. I'm tied in and I'm trying to be good. Because this power that's around here that is available, it's got more evil attached to it. It's hard to get good through it. It's got like a good filter. It tries to filter out people using this power for good. Uh-oh. If that dude's walking in, I'm late. All right, I gotta go, y'all. Hey, y'all have a great day.